So I've got Craig with me on the call today, and Craig's on our online program, and he's achieved a hell of a lot in 12 weeks. So I wanted to chat and to listen basically to what he's achieved and what he's done. So Craig, over to you. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Craig from Norwich. I'm a technical training instructor working for ALM at the moment.
Okay.
So just needed a bit of motivation to get back into fitness. Used to do it a lot when I was in the forces, ex-forces, and just got lazy.
So before joining us, what was your situation like? What was your daily activity, your weight, your fitness, your health, that type of thing?
My fitness has not been too bad in the things that I do play rugby on and off. I cycle quite a lot for work, but I just struggle to maintain actually doing anything other than the monotonous cycle to work, cycle home again. Gone for a bit of a breakup with my wife as well, so things got on top of me. Started to be a single person living in a house on my own. Didn't really know where to go from there, so started to just get more and more lazy.
And so from when you were playing rugby a lot to kind of when you started our program, had you obviously got into bad habits and put on weight? And would you say the biggest you'd been?
Almost the biggest I've been, yeah. I managed to go from sort of 17.5 stone up to 19, nearly 20 stone again. So that was the second highest I've ever been. So yeah, I sort of started noticing. I live in a middle floor flat, so I started to notice I was getting out of breath just going up the stairs to the door, and that's kind of when I sort of thought, I need to start making a bit of a change here.
And was your weight affecting any other areas of your life, or your fitness affecting other areas?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just the fact of I've got arthritis in one ankle because I've had an ankle reconstructed 3 or 4 times now, so I've had to have more painkillers for that because I'd started to put weight on, so I was starting to give that more pain. I'd started to get a lot of lower backache as well. Back pain seemed to be a problem, and even my sleep was worse.
Yeah. And was it just a case of you were just doing less and eating more?
Yeah, pretty much. I'd finish work, come home, sit down in front of the telly, and then just eat takeaway and just not really care.
Yeah. And how long had that been in the situation?
Probably 2 months before I properly realised I needed to start to change my lifestyle again.
And like before joining us, how were you feeling just in general?
Just low, fed up, bit of ashamed of myself as well, really, for allowing it to happen to myself.
What, from going from like previously really fit to where you're at?
Yeah, it was that I sort of was on my own more, had more free time to myself, but I was doing a lot less. And then the least amount of stuff I was doing, the less I was then doing.
Got it. Okay, so then you joined our online program. Obviously, been doing the workouts at home. As we film this, it's kind of like potentially the end of lockdown, fingers crossed. So everything you've been doing at home. What have you achieved then, and what have you accomplished? What are the wins over the past 12 weeks?
I've lost a fair bit of weight. I've not lost. I'm not where I want to be yet with my weight, but I've got that ability now. I know the weight will come off, so I know that a few simple things at home that I've changed actually do go a long way. I'm feeling a lot better in myself. I'm thinking to myself, actually, when I'm not motivated to do something, that's the time I need to actually do it.
Yeah. What weight? Is it 32 pounds you've lost in 12 weeks?
Yeah, 32 pounds in 12 weeks. Yeah.
Good going.
Yeah.
And then fitness, health, how's that?
A lot better. My sleep's improved massively, which has helped everything else. I've took my positive mindset of having to do small pieces of fitness here and there and getting in a good half-hour, 40-minute session into actually coaching under 17 players now who play rugby as well. So I've now took that attitude and gone, actually, you boys can be doing this every day now because I do it. So
I remember you saying that to me on the phone before you started. You were coaching the kids and stuff, but you weren't like in the shape that you wanted to be, and you didn't have that fitness that you wanted to have. And obviously now you're practicing what you preach.
Exactly, and it's some of the lads have noticed the difference in me as well because they've realised that my coaching style used to be sort of talk about it, stand off, let them do it, but now I'm actually doing it with them, or I'm actually getting more involved as well. So the lads are kind of sort of going, hang on a minute. if he's doing it, you know, he's older than us. If he's now started to do it, we could do it as well.
Is it a good feeling being able to actually do rugby, something you actually enjoy again?
Yeah, it's just a lot nicer. It's took 2 evenings of my spare time away from me now, because I'm actually going out, going down, doing a bit of rugby, seeing people. I'm actually socialising a lot more again now. So it's sort of brought another part of my life back again.
And so it's obviously had an impact on your social life, which is great. So what about your energy and your like general mood?
Yeah, my mood's a lot better. I'm not so agitated all the time. I'm not constantly thinking about what I could be doing. I'm actually just doing stuff. And I mean, being a single person now with 3 kids, my kids have noticed a lot more that I'm more with them out now, rather than they come around mine and we just sit there and not do anything. There's now actually, let's get up, let's go out, let's go and do something.
Brilliant. That. So you've lost 32 pounds. Loads more energy and fitness. Obviously, that's like when you can play rugby and enjoy it, and obviously with your kids as well, which is great.
Exactly.
In 12 weeks as well, which is a fast time to achieve it, and you know you're going to go forwards and achieve more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd like to lose probably half as much weight again in another 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, which I don't think is unreliable. It's not a target I can't reach now. So I don't want to. I know I've hit hurdles with some of the workouts with issues that have come up at home, but I've not beat myself up about them. I've just gone, right, I've had a bad week, let's smash it again next week.
Yeah, that's.
And I know I've got a few tough. And I mean, I've got a few tough weeks coming up that I know will be a lot of time taken away from me for other things. So I kind of prepped for them. I've kind of planned ahead and thought, yeah, they are going to be tough weeks. Let's just get through them weeks and then smash it again after.
So it sounds like you've made it a lifestyle, and now fitness is something regular. Even if other things crop up, you get back on track quickly, which is going to allow you to lose more weight and keep it off.
Yeah, exactly. And I know if I have a bad day where I've had the wrong foods to eat or I've had a few too many beers, I know that actually that's just normal. Now I don't have to associate that with, oh, this is a bad thing, I'm doing it too much. It's actually, I can actually enjoy that pizza and a few beers tonight because I know I've worked hard today. I know I'm going to do another decent session tomorrow.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And then, so what are the things that allowed you, or from our help, from the program, what is it that's allowed you to achieve the weight loss, the fitness, the energy, and also creating a lifestyle again?
I think it's just the way it starts. It's quite a tame start to it, and you're not asking for the world to start with. And you do get to that stage where you think, after you've done the session, yeah, I have had a good session, I am burning the weight, but you think, actually, I'm not hurting that much, I could push myself harder tomorrow. And then as the weeks build up and it starts to get more intense, it kind of builds up the intensity with your fitness. So you always get into the end of that session thinking, God, that was a decent session, but actually I could have banged a couple more reps in there, or I could have done that. So you always then want to achieve it.
Yeah, it's a really good point. We start it off where you've got a bit more rest, you're not working for as long, so you can build into it, get the technique nailed, and then obviously once you got that down, like you just said, like as the weeks progress and go forwards, your fitness is a bit better, so you're going to be able to do more, burn more calories, becomes more effective, and go from there.
Exactly.
And also you mentioned about the food. So what's important for us, and obviously you've got that idea, that fact that you can still have things you enjoy, whether it's a beer or a pizza, as long as you're doing the workout and you're being active and following all the other advice, you can still have things you enjoy and still get results.
Exactly. I mean, I used to have 3 or 4 beers one evening and then think, oh my God, I haven't done anything for the last 2 months and I've had another few beers. And then felt bad about it. Whereas now I think, actually, I've had 3 beers today, but that don't actually really matter.
Yeah.
Because I've worked hard today. I've got a rest day tomorrow anyway, so I'll enjoy my rest day. And then the day after, back into it, pushing it a bit. And then even on my rest days now, I've been making sure I've been getting out and doing something, whether that's going for a walk or a bike ride or something. And still now, even on a rest day, I think actually it's time to just get out and enjoy myself for the day.
And that's why you're in a routine now, and you've created a lifestyle where you can continue to lose the weight going forwards, and you can keep it off, because you know the habits you've got now that we've helped you just put in place, they're the ones that are going to allow you to be successful. And you just keep them.
Yeah.
And then
I think it's easy and achievable now, definitely.
Yeah, you've got that. You've got the belief in yourself. You've got the confidence back. You've got the fitness to be able to go and do it. So you're in a good position. Last question, really quick. What is it that you would say to people who are potentially thinking about joining?
To me, when I joined, I thought I don't know whether this is going to be for me. And then obviously you speak about money and you think, oh, I'm paying for this. But for me, it was the best money I've ever spent. It's that little kick up in the right direction to just drive you. And the fact that, you know, with the one-to-one messaging system you've got on there, if I have had a bad day and felt rubbish, you know, you can throw a message in there.
Yeah.
And there's always a positive. There's always a positive to bring out of anything negative you think about.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're on your own, and I noticed with me being on my own, not having that person or the people there to just tick you over, you do start to think, well, actually, there is no point. But as soon as I started to think that, I could just throw a message in there. And again, with the Facebook group, I've met some decent people who are going through the same thing as me on that, and met some people on there, you know, that I'm probably now going to keep in touch with to see how I'm getting on with. So there is that, you know, yeah, you have to spend the money, but actually, if you really do want to do it, it is money well spent.
Yeah. And if you think about what people waste money on, like it's a great investment in yourself and your life at the end of the day. And that's a great point. Like you said, there's so much information out there nowadays. You've got like, I mean, God, it's never ending. Like you can go on YouTube, you can read articles, you can go on Facebook, you can find out anything about fitness and health and diet, but it's actually doing it and actually having someone like, that's what the whole point of the program is. It's even though we don't meet you physically, you've got a program to follow, but then we keep in touch with you on the messages. And whenever you need something, like we're back to you the same day, because then we know you stay on track, you keep doing the right things and you keep moving forwards fast.
Yeah. And the other big thing I found with the whole program as well is when you've been put in touch with other people in the same boat as yourself, you don't realise, but all of a sudden you start spurring each other on.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, I've noticed that with a few of the guys on there. I've been chatting, and randomly you'll just get a random message saying, "How are you getting on? What have you up to? Did you do your workout today?" And you don't even realise, but you start doing it to other people as well, and you start building you know, it is sort of like being in a gym where you meet people in a gym, but you've got that common thing of talking about, or, oh, I didn't really understand this today, but I tried this out and this worked. Have you thought about that? So it is that, you know, that little thing of techniques.
Yeah. It keeps you motivated at the end of the day. Like I just said, information is everywhere, but it's actually having the motivation to do it and the support to do it. And that's what obviously you've got from it, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, £32, loads more fitter, energy. It's had an impact on your hobby, which you enjoy, more time with your kids as well. So overall, just fantastic. Well done.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I've got as well now is I feel a lot more positive in everything. I don't look at so much stuff at the moment with a negative thing of, oh, that can't be achieved now, regardless of what it is. You know, I think to myself, actually, I've achieved this, so actually that is achievable. It might just take a little time.
Yeah, exactly.
So
like, from the situation you're in to then turning it round and losing £32 is showing you that you put your mind to anything and concentrate on it and focus on it and have the accountability, and you can achieve anything you set your mind to. 100%, I believe that.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same.
Well done, and you've done brilliant.
Cheers. Thank you.